Hey guys, it's Paul Alexander Nolan for Broadway.com doing Beach Bum. This week we are going to interview people in the theater that we don't normally hear from, people's jobs that we may not know what they do. And by we, I mean you. I think I know what they do, but maybe I don't. So let's go find out. This is Robert Martin
and
Eric Peterson. Eric's getting ready for his next shot. And Robert is our dresser backstage here at the Marquis and Escape to Margaritaville. And we just want to ask you what you do.
What I do is each night come in, get the clothes ready for you guys to put on, make sure everything's in order, make sure we have all the little pieces, everything looks good, get it ready, and
so we just get that strap up a little bit around here, tap that one around.
Get these guys all prepped for the show and looking great.
And he does. You know, I usually look a little more like, what would you say, Voldemort? But you know, Robert makes me look like this. So, Eric, what's your favorite costume?
My favorite costume? It might be this one, actually. I like this one. This is actually my personal shirt that I had in college. So the original plan was to have me wear this T-shirt that has like an old-fashioned tuxedo shirt. And then I was like, what if we put this tuxedo shirt over it? That's so stupid. And they said that was cool, so I like that.
That's brilliant. It's very you.
I also like this shirt. This was another shirt that I had told them, like, hey, this is a cool shirt. I have this in white. It's from a company called Roosevelt's. It makes really cool
So
shirts.
are you trying to steal Robert's job or Paul Taswell's job?
Basically, yeah. That's what I would dream to do.
Guys, I haven't actually ever seen someone dress better than Eric Peterson, as an actor anyway.
That's awfully, that's
Robert has dressed me on 3 Broadway shows, and he always looks sharp as well.
Look at that stash.
Usually there's like a bow tie happening, but yeah, this is
like
got perfect hair, perfect
Friday,
mustache.
but I just did,
I like it.
Looks good. Looking cute, Robert. So, Robert is an expert at what he does. I believe you teach fashion or design.
I have a costume history / fashion history class I teach.
And then we jump together, right?
So basically the history of
the whole time.
So,
this would just be for this.
like,
So
obviously, it's not just about throwing a shirt on me and Eric and Dawn every night. It's a lot more than that. Robert knows how the clothes should look, how they should
where are
fit.
we landing the towel?
Tell me something that I wouldn't know about what you do that you do every day, but I wouldn't notice because I have no idea anything about fashion. Clearly, I'm wearing my what we call a bunny hug in Saskatchewan, Canada.
something that you would know, but you're pretty fashionable yourself. So mostly maybe about maintaining stuff just to make it look sharp.
You should.
The tricks of longevity for the costumes, like we kind of denote, like, because we want the shows to run.
So
and the
everybody in
last,
that position that you're
treat them
in,
well and make sure they're clean
on your
and washed
diagonal,
and stuff.
everybody
Those
take
little
one
things,
step
tricks
in
like
towards
that.
center. Towards
Repairs
entree.
if we need to do things
A
like
little
that.
bit more, Julius.
So we look
Nope,
over
just
everything
Julius.
and just make sure things are in good
Jen,
order.
And would this be a
take a step
difficult
in.
show to take
going,
care
keep going, keep going.
or an easier show?
I think this is would only
Yeah?
be
Should we
difficult
try
when
this
there's
for
a lot
realsy?
of clothes. There's
A lot
a
of
lot
clothes,
of
yeah.
pieces, but it's basic off the rack clothes. They built some things for the ladies and maybe a few things for the guys, some specialty things. But it's a shopped show, so that may be difficult in maintaining it. But as far as the amount, it's not too bad.
Take a knee.
What do you do?
This is I'm a writer on this. I'm an actor, but I write all the lines that make you look good, and the ones up in the previews that have made you look bad that we end up cutting.
Those are the ones Greg writes.
No. Greg writes a lot of the good ones too. And so here's what we've been doing. We have been writing. Let's get you in there. We have been writing this script for 4 years, and we met you a little over a year ago. Thank God we found a guy who can sing, dance, act, and play the guitar very, very well. And so we just write. And so we go to see your show in previews, and you say things. And sometimes when they don't get a laugh, it's usually our fault. Very rarely it's yours.
Yeah, that's true.
And so if it's yours, we don't have to rewrite it. But if it's ours, we have to rewrite it. And so we're a week away from opening, and I'm still writing. So whose fault would that be?
Mine?
We try to endow the story with incredible stakes because I think, just speaking for myself, that the most important thing in my life is that I have friends and family I love and that those relationships are happy and going well. And so we tried to write a story about that and use Jimmy's songs as inspiration and glue for the story.
And they crushed it. We're going to meet a couple of the people that work on wigs. Hey guys!
Hi!
How's it going?
Good.
Tell me what you guys do. First of all, let's introduce ourselves. Who are we? And what do we do?
I'm KAITIE Adams.
Hi, Katie.
I'm the hair and makeup supervisor.
Uh-huh.
Role, position, what do you do? 5 seconds of what do you do in a show?
Oh, we got a
put
good
on the
interview over
wigs.
here. You put on the wigs.
I take off the wigs.
You take off the wigs.
And I style the wigs.
Uh-huh.
And
How
I
long
make
does it
some of
take
the
you?
wigs.
How long does it take you to restyle a wig? Some of them are sitting right here, by the way.
Some of them take longer than others.
Is this Rachel right here?
Yeah, that's Rachel. She
Okay.
probably takes the longest.
She takes a long. Why? Is she high maintenance?
Her wig is high maintenance.
Ah.
Every curl has to be
Right.
in place.
Kind of like mine.
Hi, I'm Sydney Lewis. I'm the hair supervisor.
Okay.
I do styling as well. Yeah,
Sydney does a lot of braids.
that's true.
She does,
Look,
she
we'll
does
show
all
you.
of the
Yeah, let's
braids in
see.
the show.
We
Let's see
have
some of the work.
Sam.
This is Sam. Okay, great.
Sam.
Uh-huh.
We have.
Oh, sorry, Sam.
Sam died.
2.5 hours.
We have Jen.
Okay. This is Jen Rios.
Yeah, Jen Rios. And we have Sarah down here.
Cool. Okay. Cool. So this is the wig room. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So now we know how hard everyone is working in the theater. So I'm not the only one. I'm probably the least hard working one in the whole theater. This is the stage management office and company management office. But stage managers and company managers are too busy to actually tell me about their jobs. And that's a fact. They do more than anyone in the building. When I complain about being tired or being overworked, we know that the stage manager did twice as much work today, so we're gonna go away. Here is our good man, Justin. This is Justin Keats. Tell us, Justin, about what you do.
So here at Escape to Margaritaville, I am one of 2 male swings, which means that I cover all of the male ensemble. So we have 8 male ensemble members, and I know everyone's individual part in the show.
8 people. So tell us what that really means in context.
So in context, I know someone's part of the show from start to beginning 8 different ways. So I could be Julius one night or Matt another night, and most of the time I won't know what that, if I'm going on or not, until half-hour call. So most days I show up, half-hour call, no one's injured, no one's sick, everyone's here, so it's all good, and I just watch and make sure everyone does their job. But then if someone's like, I'm sick or on vacation, then I would go in and do their part, and hopefully you would never know.
Marquis Theatre stage door, and we're gonna go in and meet one of our favorite peoples in the theater, our stage doorman. All right, here we go. Here we go, Ray. Hey guys.
What's going on, Paul? How you doing, my friend?
So what do you do, Ray?
My job entitled security, assign packages, let people in, buzz them in.
What are all these?
These are all the people that work here at one point or another.
Yeah.
Which you're gonna be in there.
I'm gonna get. I won't look as pretty as these ones, but
A little
hey,
prettier.
There's a lot of good-looking ladies on your wall,
And there's some.
and then there's some great drawings. Look at this.
Yeah,
Who's this?
that's Hector, our night doorman. He passed
it.
away some time ago.
Well,
But
honor
there's
that
one
man.
doorman that acts like he works here, and he's up there.
Okay. Who's that guy? Oh, I think I know him. Okay, guys, our time's almost up for this week, but I wanted to answer some questions that some people on Twitter had written in for me to answer on the vlog, and so we are going to do that now before we wrap it up for the week. Gracie asks, are the guitars I play on stage mine? The answer is heck no. I can't afford all those guitars. Colleen L asks, were you a fan of Jimmy's before getting the role? I've been asked this question a lot. And had you ever been to one of his concerts? I had never been to one of his concerts, and I have been to one since. In fact, I played in the concert in Toronto at the Molson Amphitheatre in August. And I didn't know Jimmy. I didn't think I knew Jimmy's music before I got the part. But then as I started researching him, I realized I knew a lot of his stuff, as I think most people out there in the United States feel the same way. Cheryl Ann asks, what advice would I give to students about auditioning and any tips for performing on stage? God, auditioning is really, I've never found it easy. It can be terrifying, and you have to just do as much prep work as you can do, and then let it go and go in and try to do as well in that room as you do in your prep work. And it's just something you have to get used to. It's something you have to fight through. Some people are very good at it. I think they want, you've probably heard this before, but they want you to be the right person for the role. They're on your side. But I think the best thing to combat nervousness and anxiety around an audition is to learn how to do the work. And I don't think there's any handbook for that. Every individual artist needs to sort that out for themselves. That's it. Thank you for watching this week of Beach Bum, and we'll see you next week.